Disappointing. I got to find a way to get our team moving. I got to find a way to get our team moving in the right direction. 0 for 9 on third down. Offensively is terrible. Not being able to run the ball, not really. We had the ball 3 series in the first half, and ran 15 plays. So very frustrating. Excited we came to life there at the end, and probably should have thrown the ball a little more. Probably should have put the ball a little bit more in our receivers' hands. I thought they did a great job. Defensively, we just 7 of 15 on third down. I think they were like 5 or 6 of 8 in the first half. So we couldn't get off the field, and so not a very good team effort. That's on me. I got to do a much better job. I got to put us in a much better spot. 1 of 3 in the red zones. Terrible. So very disappointed. Very disappointed in the outcome, and feel for our guys because, again, thought they worked hard. Talked all week about that. Felt like our preparation was good. Execution was just poor. So I got to find a better way to get them moving in the right direction.
What do you think is happening with the red zone issues? Is it blocking up front, or?
Yeah, we've missed a couple blocks. We should have scored at the end of the third quarter. Should have had 10. Should have had 10 right there, or scored a touchdown. Half the line went one way, half the line went the other way. So if you look at our 3rd and 1 plays that have been stopped in the red zone, should have scored against Youngstown, missed 1 block, right there. Extremely frustrating. So I think people have done a good job not giving us JD down there, doubling him up, putting him after he's caught balls in 2 games 1-on-1. So some of our inside guys got to do a better job, getting open.
And then you get the big play from Cleveland Charlton, get down to the 1, and it has to be frustrating.
Yeah, no, that's miserable. Yeah, Cleveland ran a great double move. We ran a couple of double moves. JD, we hit on 1. You know what I mean? So they were jumping stuff. I felt early on Andrew, was a little tentative. I thought we had people. We just didn't unleash it and didn't get it done.
Coach, you lit up 230 yards on the ground. Just what went wrong on that last time?
Yeah, I'm looking. Their quarterback. Their quarterback went for 81, and the majority of that was scrambles. You know what I mean? And we had a hand on him. And again, I think 60 of his were in the first half. You know what I mean? Just scrambling. I didn't look at the stats just because it was. I just knew that we weren't getting him down. So with that. We were gapped out a little bit. We're a little thin at linebacker right now, down a couple guys. But the backups, it was time for them to step up and time for them to make it work.
And then, how frustrating does it have to be to now have 2 home games and not be able to get a win for your home fans?
Extremely frustrating. I thought we flipped the script a year ago and went 4-1 at home. So, to be in 2 games, I think, the first game we were right there. This game, I think really probably should have been a 10-10 game going into the 4th quarter, you know what I mean? But we didn't take advantage of the opportunity. So frustrated for our fans. Thought we've had really good crowds. First 2 games. Excited to see that many people, in the stands for us. We're just not giving them a great product right now.
You used Winston Watkins at midfield on that drive. Are you considering using him in the red?
Yeah, we were trying to. Just trying to get a clean picture, and really, credit him because I think he made the right decisions on both of those plays. We just didn't block either one of them very well. I thought we had KB on the edge there, and we didn't block it well. He gets 3 yards. Probably should have gotten about 8 on that, but that's kind of how we've been. So that's frustrating. Always looking for ways to get Winston in the game. Always looking for ways to use him. So think he's a good threat. Talked about him down there in the red zone. Do we give him a shot? We just weren't staying on blocks really well down there.
I heard you say in the coach's show you had some injuries on the offensive line in terms of depth. Is
Yep.
that limiting what you can do if you want to make a change?
It does. It does. We got Dan Volpe back. That was huge. We played tonight without our 2 starting, or our first and second string tight ends. We're down our 3 backup tackles, but our starting 5 still our starting 5. You know what I mean? So it just limits a little bit of what you can do and how you can rotate and what you can get done.
CJ seemed to give you a little bit in the passing game.
Yeah, no, he's been extremely solid. Very, very pleased with him. He's accepted that role and he's handled it well. And we got him the ball a couple times and did a nice job.
Any other questions?
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. No, thank you guys. We appreciate you being here, and come on back next week. We'll have a better product on the field for you.